One of my favorite keyboard of the year, Dareu A87, got a massive overhaul, and here we are with the second generation of Dareu A87 TKL, or as people seem to call it, the A87 V2. A87 was an excellent pre-built TKL for just PDT 5800 or just around $70 with Cherry MX switches, great stock PBT die sub or double shot PBT keycaps, and good stabilizers, and single color backlit LED, which to some was a bit of a downer. So taking the feedback from the customers, this is what Dareu did to the board. Made the PCB hot swap with 5-pin switch support, added silicon PCB dampener and case foam for improved sound profile, clipped and looped stabilizers, introduced custom linear and tactile switches in collaboration with TTC, and released a full RGB variant with Bluetooth, 2.4 GHz connectivity and 2000 mAh battery. So, for your easier understanding, here is a chart I made to compare between the A87 of 2 generation. So I got two types of Dareu A87 V2. The first one is a wired only and teal colored backlit LED with non-shine through double shot PBT keycaps, and the other one is a full RGB with shine through double shot PBT keycaps and Bluetooth 2.4 GHz wireless connectivity. This is a full white keyboard and I think it's gonna fit in many white theme setup. At the box you'll get the usuals: a non-braided rubber USB Type-C cable, wired keycap puller plus the switch puller, the manual and the keyboard with a dust cover. And yes, the top frame is still detachable magnetic one. So it's been around a week I have been using this board, and here are some of my initial impressions. So this being a hot swap board means it has a better longevity and you can try whichever the switches you want to down the line or mod the board as per your desire. The keycaps, they are quite good in my opinion. These are good quality OEM profile double shot PBT keycaps. I personally prefer the non-backlit ones though. And the switches, these are 3-pin PCB mounted switches which have been made in collaboration with TTC. The linear one is called Sky Blue and the tactile one is called Violet Gold. Both are factory looped. So the Sky Blue one has a 40 gram actuation force with 50 gram of bottom out force. So it seems like a very light switch, but it's quite smooth and suitable for gaming considering it's light. The Violet Gold is a tactile switch that has a 60 gram of actuation force with 70 gram of bottom out force and comes with 2-stage spring. They have decent tactility with rounded bump. They sound good too. And talking about the stabilizers, sadly the stabs weren't as good as the one I found in the first generation of A87 Dream ones. But it's not a deal breaker since you can easily fix the stabs as this is a hot swap board. Now backlit and RGB. Well, personally I'm not a fan of RGB, but this board has some pretty good RGB, especially the white one can be a RGB proof keyboard. So the RGB lovers are probably gonna like it a lot. Talking about the wireless connectivity, it's so far so good. It's a pretty good board to consider for those who want to go to a full wireless setup but wasn't getting a good board that has a wireless connectivity. And also I've used it in my office space for a brief period and so far I haven't faced any issue with Bluetooth. In considering the overall sound signature, it's improved than its predecessor due to the added dampening. So let's see that in the sound test. I'll also compare them with the predecessor board as well for the reference. And now, so far I'm enjoying these boards. I mean, in the market with so many TKLs, it's not often you get a good pre-built board with custom TTC switches instead of standard Gateron or Box switches. The upgrades from the first generations are pretty meaningful and does add a value. Although it was made with gamers in mind, judging from all the branding, it seems like a good pre-built keyboard that can be tinkered or mod to make it better down the line. In Bangladesh, the wired one cost around 6.3k. The wireless one with RGB cost around 8.2k. So how does stack up against other boards in the price range or in the long run? Be sure to subscribe to my channel in order to find it out in a future video of mine after extensive usage, and we'll see whether it can be made even better with some tinkering. So till next time, I bid you all adieu.